Okay, I think we're good now. Hey, y'all, this is Dr. Traci Harrell, and I could not be more excited. I think we have a new virtual backdrop that's coming. Hold, it's actually going to be a little magical, right? Because what I'm really hoping to do today is to talk about what's possible, right? These amazing possibilities. And so when I think about what's truly possible, I actually think about, first of all, mindset, but then I think about technology. So as you guys know, I literally pivoted, renamed my business. I'm 100% focused on how we can truly amplify our impact. So when it was Easter Sunday and I was, having some prayer meditation, and it was like, just that reflection on why we were put on this earth. And anybody who's known me, even from a child, they know that I've always been in this mindset of amplifying impact. Amplifying impact. So right now I'm in Washington State, and I was telling someone how grateful I am for everything that has happened. So the magic of, we got to flip the yeah, take it off until we flip the name. Okay, there we go. So hello. So I am talking today about marbleism. Now, marbleism is one of the tools that I love the most. And I'm looking here, and what I see is a number of people that I've seen on this live broadcast before. And many of you have shared with me your fears about AI. And so all I can say is the partnership that I have secured is with the most human-centered AI solution currently on the market. And also what I love about marbleism is that they are not focused on just having people sign up, right? Because they're offering, and I'll show you at the end of today, if you decide on this particular solution, I am now one of their affiliates. And so I will be offering you 25% off if you choose 25% off if you choose to go this route. And the reason I love it is because it's easy to implement, but it's also scalable. So this is not a sales pitch in any way, shape, or form, because what makes my business and the work that I do super special is that it really is about amplifying your impact, right? And so there's a presentation that we're going to talk about that will help each of you really move through this process with ease. And so, I think the document that I have is actually on this computer. So I'm going to have access to this a little bit while that's working. Just put it right here. Okay. So I actually prepared something. You guys know I'm writing my next book, right? So I'm an internationally best-selling author in the sense that I've contributed to 3 books that became international bestsellers. And what I love about this the most, do I need to move this closer, or is it good? Is my sound good? Okay. It's good to have producers both in studio, here with me. But what I'm focused on more than anything is creating an environment where you and everyone else who is interested in truly leveling up, you have tools that will help you to do that. And so what is most beneficial to you is 3 things, right? It's really about, if you think about this utopian society that I'm picturing in the background, this is like a little view of Washington State, right? We have beautiful visuals, mountains, lakes. There's literally places like this, right? Everywhere you go. And so what I'm most excited about is, so I have other people here that are telling me to talk about my book. But remember, this show is not about me. This is all bigger than me. This is how we help people to reclaim their time, how we help you to eliminate busy work. It's about working smarter and faster. I love that. I love that. How do you multiply your capacity? And I'm someone I've had like 5 virtual assistants, not AI assistants, but humans working for me at the same time, and they could never, ever keep up. And so this is about you having assistants, employees that never sleep, they never stop, and they never forget, right? So they're working for you. They feel sentient, right? So I'm going to talk to you about like having a team that changes the status quo. This is about creating more freedom in your life as well. We want you to grow without complete burnout. Does that make sense? We also want you to future-proof your business, to future-proof your life. That's what leveraging AI is all about. And Marvelism, like I said, happens to be one of the tools that I am most fascinated with because, it's not just easy to implement. You can go deep. And there's a couple of documents I want to share. And I think Nathan is going to be able to help me upload and showcase some of these things as I talk about who I am and what I do and why I'm the right one to support you. But if this is about reclaiming your freedom, reclaiming your time, and creating more freedom, saving money, increasing your revenues, scaling your businesses, it all sounds too good to be true, but it really is about reclaiming your freedom. Okay. So what I want to do today is not talk about tech tools. I promise you. It's not about Marvelism, even though we have Marvelism above my head. We don't start with Marvelism. I'm going to land there. This is where I'm going to land. That's why we decided to put it up here. So we're going to land with the concept of Marvelism. And I wish my producer could take down the current banner that's covering part of the Marvelism logo. I don't know if we can fix that. Daniel, can you update that and get rid of that? Better Together and Living Powerfully experience. That's kind of what we used to call for this show. But can you, Daniel, my producer at Rainier Avenue Radio, can you take that down? It is a distraction today for Marvelism, which is what we're talking about. So we'll allow him to do that. But today is literally about human potential. Thank you so much. He's so cool. Don't you love having good people around you? So I'm going to consider this the start of the show. So today we're going to be talking about human potential. We're going to be talking about transformation and freedom, legacy building, and the future of humanity in the age of AI. And I'm not interested. Ooh. I'm sorry. I do get a little excited when I have cool people around me who are just doing the thing, right? Oh my goodness. We're going to be talking about this kind of on an ongoing basis. I do have a beautiful presentation to share, but I kind of wanted to talk today. We're going to be doing this live. We're going to be doing some other sessions as well. But this is what it means when you have experts around you. Ooh, I just got illuminated. Okay. So again, we are not focused on replacing you, right? We've said that before, right? AI, which is why I changed my business to Amplifying Impact. AI is about amplifying your humanity, right? Amplifying your intent, amplifying your imagination. Things that weren't even possible before are right at your fingertips for free, right? For no cost. So I'm excited to help you. If you believe that, AI is not just about automation, but it's about your time. It's about scaling your impact. I talk about amplifying your impact. That's my focus, but increasing your access, right? Reducing your burnout, reducing your stress, amplifying your creativity, right? So helping human beings literally operate at their highest calling. And again, I got to figure out how to make this all work together. I have two systems that I'm working on. So my main transformational framework is, I'm saying there's 6 ways to change your life. 6 ways. Taking time, increasing your revenue, scaling your business, operating 24/7, building consistency, and literally reclaiming your freedom. Now, what I like most about that is those are the pillars: saving time, saving money, right? Increasing your revenues. All that is what we all want, right? Increasing your freedom and, creating a life of your dreams. That's what we all want. And the truth is, the things that we fear could actually be the things that frees them. So if you fear AI and you're like, "Ugh, there's so many horrible things about AI." The one thing I'm not doing is saying there aren't bad things about AI. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm saying. There are absolutely bad things about AI. And when I say AI for everyone, I literally mean AI for everyone is amplifying your impact, your intent, your imagination, right? That is the human side. Then I say living powerfully with AI is like, what tools can you leverage? Like I said, this is my favorite. This is my favorite right here. And again, I'm excited to be partnering with this organization now in a way that allows me to bring you this tool at a 25% discount. And I'm not selling anything. I'm still talking to you, because if this didn't work, I wouldn't be talking about it. You guys know me already, right? I've talked about I've talked about the why this is important. Now we're getting into the brass tacks of how do you get the benefit of AI. Okay. So if AI can do all these things, what I can tell you is I am the perfect person to help you get those things done. I'm going to show up here every week for free on community radio. I just need you to hear me for free on community radio. And what that's going to allow me to do for you is to provide you with trust, like true insights. Because what I've done at IBM, Disney, and Microsoft is what AI is doing right now for everyone. So when I say my mind, I am a change agent. I have the receipts, right? I've been known as a transformational leader for decades. I've been known as someone who is all about operational excellence for decades. Systems thinking, and not just having an idea, but actually implementing it. And that's really what makes me different. Is it's not about an idea of what could work. Marbleism is actually a tool that does work, right? And I'm so excited to be associated with this brand for a few reasons, right? After decades inside of a large organization, what I realized is some people, are overwhelmed, not because they lack brilliance, but it's really because they lack capacity. A lot is being asked of us every day. And there's so many distractions and shenanigans, right, that's out there. And we want to be in a position where we can truly change the status quo. And so what I'm going to ask my other producer to do is he's going to bring this beautiful presentation that we've prepared for you. He's going to bring it. We're downloading it right now, and we're going to upload it into this StreamYard. And while that's happening, I'm going to keep talking. So again, the old way of operating is collapsing. What used to happen is people were burned out. They were overwhelmed, right? They were overworked. They were under supported, right? And constantly behind. Now, because we have tools like AI, and Marbleism is the third level of AI. And there's training that I'm going to, there's ways that I'm going to help you to, okay. So maybe it might still be downloading. We'll see. Export. Your PDF is being generated. Okay, so it's still being generated. Okay, so the magic of this is we are in a position today to leave burnout behind, because what Marbleism creates offers is AI employees. So ChatGPT right now, if you worked with it at all, it's kind of amazing, right? Like it can do all kind of cool things. You prompt it and it gives you a result back. You prompt it and it gives you a result back. It can remember things. You can set up projects. And I love all kind of cool things about ChatGPT. There's also agents. Like I've gone through this program, this certified AI business consultant program, and I started like 2 years ago. And it's valuable because there's so many tools out there. And what I'm like is I want to minimize the overwhelm by saying, what if there was one that could do all the things that you really want and need to do if you're a business owner, or if you're a professional, or if you're a leader in the C-suite and you're like, I need to get some control. I want to do all these things in a way that will continue to align with my goals. And so we actually help to, I think we're still working it. Okay. I think it might be ready now. Okay. He's like, I got you. Okay. So he got me. Okay. So what I am going to talk about is here. I'm going to take this content. So meanwhile, we have a bunch of small businesses, and we had that did not have access to tools that a lot of the larger organizations did. Now it's available to everyone. And that's magic. So when I talk about experience the Marbleism magic, it's not just a ChatGPT prompt and getting some awesome results. It's not even an agent that you've designed, because I mentioned that I was going through this consulting program, and I can design and custom design agents for you. I could for myself, and I've done it for other people as well. But what I love about Marbleism is you don't have to be all into the techie stuff, right? There are tools where you can tell it what you want and it'll create agents for you. This is an integrated solution. It is the most human-centered solution, AI solution that exists. So they learn from each other. These AI employees that Marbleism has presented, they actually learn from each other. Can you believe that? Like when I show you what it does, and today is not me going into a demo, I'm gonna do that another time. I think it's really important because I've been in community for 4 days. We did a bunch of meetups, right? And it was awesome. I've talked to people in community who are like amazing. Like I showed them like a little something. They're like amazing. I've also worked with other people who were like, yeah, that looks good, but we're not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I got people on my team that hate AI and they're not ready for a transformation. And if you're not ready for a transformation, I can't be mad at you, right? I wish the best for my community, which is why I'm bringing regular folk in to have conversations. And you good? Okay, cool. He's so good. I love it. I don't know what's happening, but he's good. Okay, so so I'll stay over here. So again, it used to be that only large organizations had access to these tools that would allow you to simplify, to streamline, to automate, and all the things. Like I said, I have the receipts, and I will do a show all about my receipts at some other point in time to talk about how I worked at IBM, for example. And I was able to not only create additional revenue recognition in the millions of dollars for an organization called the Manufacturing Technology Center. It was in Boca Raton, Florida, and it was one of the smallest groups in IBM but they had the most patents of any organization in the worldwide for IBM. These are the people that created something called the atomic force microscope, and they wrote the word IBM on an atom. The atom is, you know what an atom is. So they also built like the laser texturizing tool. So the tools that are used to create the highest technology. So not the technology itself, but the people that are creating the tools that create the technology. Are you with me? So when I say brilliant individuals, what I was able to do in that space is really look at the operations and identify how they were leaving millions of dollars of revenue on the table. They had a bunch of smart people building in the manufacturing floor. They had a bunch of engineers who were geniuses. They had a marketing team who was selling the heck out of these things because it was so unique, right? And then little Traci shows up with her business mindset. And the exciting part is we got to show up in excellence and change the status quo, because that's just how my brain works. And I say that because, again, when you're able to look at a process and change the way you move through that process in such a way that you create an optimized experience for everyone in such a way that you increase revenue, you reduce costs, right? You save time. How many of you do things every day and you're like, oof, I wish this was not part of my job? Well, guess what? Guess what? With Marbleism, you have 6 AI employees that can do the things, the administrative type things that you don't like doing anyway, to let you actually leverage your own brilliance, your own creativity, the things that you do best. So that's what I love best about Marbleism, is that it gets to, you get to go on a journey that allows you to be your best self. So this is whether you lead a department, whether you lead an organization, it doesn't matter whether you're leading a team, millions of dollars, or just you by yourself trying to start a business. It is the same concept, right? It is the same tool that can work for you as a leader to change the status quo. Now, here's a few statistics. So AI can reduce repetitive administrative work by 40 to 60%. Right? Not replacing you, but it's making it so much easier. Businesses using AI supported workflows are already seeing major productivity gains. Customer response times can be nearly instant. And a lot of people don't like AI receptions. I don't really like AI receptions either. I'm always like, can I speak to a person, please? But that's also because I'm looking for something that's not giving me what I want. So that's the beauty of Marbleism, is when you start at a baseline level, and then you continue to build, right, on the next step, right? You talk about, like, I can onboard any organization to Marbleism in literally with multiple agents being active in a short amount of time. I'm not even going to say the amount at the moment because it does kind of vary. But the baseline implementation could probably happen in a couple of hours easily, because I learned about your business and then we customize it, and there's a quick start feature, right? And probably even minutes, to be perfectly honest. It's actually minutes. And I'm going to demo that on another time. It's actually minutes for the actual implementation. To really turn it on, it really is minutes. But I like to spend some time understanding what impact are you trying to, make, right? I want to make sure I understand at least some of the basics when we first turn it on, so that as soon as you turn it on, it's actually providing you with customized results, not just generic results. We want we want it to have as much information as possible. So if you could turn something on in minutes, but you customize it over a few hours, and I typically do a 30, 60, 90-day plan, because once you turn something on, you want to make sure, like, you could stagger it in a number of different ways, but you got to customize it. You got to make sure the results are what you want. So that's probably the other thing that distinguishes me from other people, other consultants, other coaches, other AI business strategists, is I'm not trying to sell you a thing, but I am trying to tell you about a thing that I'm like, if everybody is not using this, like, it's almost like part of my legacy is to help people with simple implementations for AI. Simple implementations, okay? So AI can do all the things that we hope with our businesses, increasing revenues, etc. And I'm not, advocating for soulless automations. That's what a lot of people say about AI. It's so disconnected from my humanity. It's removing the human value, right? I'm advocating for human-centered AI. So we customize your AI based on who you are and the impact that you want to make in community, impact that you want to make in the world, the legacy that you want to leave. Your AI employees will be working when you're long gone, if you do it right. Come on now, how many of us know if you can't even take a day off right now, much less think you're no longer part of the business? So that's legacy building, right? It's powerful in 1,000 different ways. So it's about this intentional implementation of whatever the tool is going to be. And again, Marbleism is my favorite, right? And so this is about amplifying your creativity, amplifying your service, and amplifying your leadership. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can bring a presentation in for you guys now. I think I talked enough. I get kind of excited about this. Okay, I got 2 minutes before we have to go on break. So when I come back, then I'm going to bring up the presentation, and then we're going to have an amazing time. We're going to continue to have this conversation. So thank you all for showing up. I really do appreciate. I get all kind of DMs that I do respond to everyone. People reach out to me saying thank you for doing this work, and I want you to know that my heart is in it. Like, I could not be more proud of not only how I'm showing up, but I believe different, tools fit different needs. So this is not the only tool that's out there. Clearly, there are like, thousands of tools, and they're the new shiny tool, right, is coming, daily. They're coming out with new things. What I love about Marbleism is that they're continuing to not only amplify the existing AI employees for you, but they're coming out with new ones. So what we heard last week right here in Tacoma was all about a whole series of beautiful amplifications on what is coming next. So there's some exciting things coming next, but I'm not even promising you about the future. I'm telling you what I know now, right? I'm telling you what we can do for you right now with a simple implementation. But really, again, the way we create excellence, the way we deliver, let me use that word, deliver the promises of increased revenues, of reducing your time on the administrative tasks that you don't want to do anyway, right? Of literally buying back your freedom. That's what Marbleism offers you. And the future literally belongs to the people who learn to build AI-supported ecosystems around their vision. No one's going to replace you, but the people who are leveraging AI will get to their goals and their vision and deliver them not only faster and better, but with ease and flow. Because again, I get to focus my time on the stuff I love to do. I'm not doing the administrative things. So what I'm going to do when we come back from this break is I'm going to share a formal presentation with you that's going to hopefully, and I probably won't get through the whole thing, and I'm not going to try to rush through it, because when I talk about Marbleism, and I'm going to share at the end, I'm going to share a QR code where you can actually, we'll bring that up. We'll have Nathan, who's standing right here. We'll bring that up, and we'll move through the process in such a way that allows you to not only excel in life, but excel in life with joy and with ease. So we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this? This is Rainier Avenue Radio.world, the station that cares about our community. Right here. Yeah.
Buying a home isn't just a purchase, it's a legacy move. Maybe you're just starting your home ownership journey, or maybe you're a homeowner who's fallen behind on your mortgage, property taxes, or HOA dues. Wherever you are on your path, Washington Home Ownership Resource Center connects you to trusted guidance every step of the way. Vetted resources, trusted referrals, real support. If homeownership is your goal, or you're trying to protect the home you already have, don't face it alone. Visit homeownership-wa.org or call the Homeownership Hotline at 877-894-4663 today. The Washington Home Ownership Resource Center, educating and empowering future and current homeowners in Washington State.
Hey, Seattle, tune in to Lidline Sports every Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
What up, yo? We are back. This is Pep, and the man that don't take no mess, Mr. O-P-I-S, Mr. Stevenson. What say you?
I hope you see the hat that I'm wearing right now. That's how mad I am.
I do. Man, you are angry.
I just want to make that be known. Tune
in to Lidline Sports every Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Lidline Sports.
Are you in need of new or gently used clothing? Hope's Community Closet is here to help. We offer a wide range of clothing for men, women, youth, children, and infants. Join us on the fourth Saturday of each month from 12:30 to 4 at the Silent Task Force. We're giving clothing with care, community with heart. Lovely Ladies Lemonade for sale, and shop to the sound of old school soul. Any questions? Contact Alicia Kennedy, Executive Director of Women United at 206-316-7601. 206-316-7601. Come and find the perfect outfit for you and your family. We look forward to seeing you there.
This is Mondo Bancaro for Mondo's World. We will be discussing some interesting subjects. Sometimes I might even have some guests. So please listen to my show on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Alam mo bang 5 segundo ang kailangan upang magbasa ng karaniwang text message? Na parang saglit lang. Pero kapag nagmamaneho ka, sa loob ng 5 segundong yun, katumbas na ng 15 kotse ang naandar mo. At napakaraming pwedeng mangyari kapag hindi ka nakatingin sa daan ng 5 segundo. Bago ka magsimulang magmaneho, ilayo ito sa'yo upang mapaghandaan mo ang anumang darating. Tumutok lang sa daan. Sama-sama tayong makakarating sa paroroonan.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Tracy, can you do it? Hey y'all, this is Dr. Traci Harrell, and I am so excited today. I get to talk about one of my favorite tools. This show, as you know, is called Amplifying Impact, AI for everyone and living powerfully with AI. And when I say amplifying impact, again, that's like two sides of the same coin, right? Amplifying impact is the human side. I'm always about amplifying you, amplifying the impact that you want to make in community, amplifying your intent, amplifying your imagination. So you see this background I have, it's very virtual, right? But it's beautiful, right? It's Washington State has this imagery, literally. Like I wanted it to look a little fantastic, right? Simply because what you dream, the things that weren't possible in the past, they're actually possible now with AI, with artificial intelligence. But it is so important that we pause first and we amplify our impact. We pause and we get clarity about what purpose we're trying to accomplish. And once we have that purpose, it is so important that we also create a space to leverage the tools that will benefit us and will help us to deliver impact with ease and with flow, that will help us to increase our revenues and decrease our costs and, literally gain back your time. So I'm going to share a little presentation. I'm going to add it into the, someone's going to help me add this in, please, to the, hello? Daniel. No, can you? Daniel has to. No. Oh, Daniel, I don't have access to add this in now. Sorry. I think I used to, but however I'm logged in, I don't have access to add in the presentation. Oh, thank you. He said, Daniel. Will I be able to advance it myself? Okay, thank you, Daniel. I'm sorry. Normally I'm able to do it myself, but thank you. Okay. Amplifying impact. You guys know this is who I am and this is what I do. And what I love most about this is we are in a position to literally create create the life of our dreams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move relatively quickly. Again, this is not a tech tools conversation. This is a conversation that's literally about your core positioning, right? Again, AI is not going to replace humanity. The mindset is that people who win in this new environment will be leveraging AI, just keeping it simple and keeping it real. And I think I've said this before, but I want to amplify, right, this conversation. We all know this as well, right? AI is more than automation, right? It is about reclaiming your time. So it's getting more hours every day. So I have this Marbleism visual above my head because there's a tool of Marbleism AI employees that literally do this for us. Not ChatGPT where there's some manual process. No. they actually will help you to level the playing field with the big boys. So the big boys used to be the ones that had access to all this development dollars. Now with AI, the development, the optimization is right in the palm of your hands. If you choose, and if you want to scale your impact, if you want to amplify your impact and scale your business, this is how you do it. And I like to also amplify. I like to also assume that, again, this is about reducing your burnout. Let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. Actually, I don't have control to do that either. Hopefully you can still see what's on the screen. But it's also about operating at your true potential. We talk about your highest calling. That's what we want to offer, right? AI is more than automation. It's about literally being your most human self, right? That's what AI is all about. So this is the other visual. Thank you so much. So the other thing I wanted to share is 6 ways that AI can change your life. And these are the things that, again, if you can think about operating 24/7 with AI employees that do not forget, they don't sleep, right? And they don't stop. They just keep working for you. So it allows you to build consistency, to reclaim your freedom, to literally create a space where you're saving time, you're increasing revenues, and it's happening with ease and with flow, right? And this I like. If you think about from an emotional perspective, I want you guys to be really clear, right? What we are doing with AI is changing the status quo. So if I go back and I talk about just, who we are, the emotion of, if you didn't have any fear, and I've talked about this already, so I'm gonna move a little quicker through this, but if AI can help you reclaim your time, reclaim your creativity, and reclaim the peace and your humanity, wouldn't you try it? Wouldn't you want to try it? Of course you would. Of course you would. And this is who I am. I've talked about my delivering impact, right? Like the IBM, Disney, and Microsoft. I have the receipts. I've saved millions of dollars. This is how my brain works anyway. So I'm saying here's one tool, one of many tools, but this is the one that I'm going all in with, because I want to make sure you're clear that I have the receipts, so to speak. I've done this work before, but I'm doing it now, leveraging tools and resources, AI tools and resources that weren't available to us just, a short time ago, right? And so that's what really fascinates me, and that's what really gets me super excited. So again, you gotta help me. Let's go down. Sorry. Thank you. So we already know people are burned out, they're overwhelmed, they are under-supported, and most of us, sometimes we feel like we're always behind. And so we don't want that, right? What we do want is we've already changed the playing fields, right? So we used to be only large organizations, large corporations had the benefit of these automations and these dedicated marketing teams and strategists, like myself, who could do this work. And instead, now we have AI available to everyone, whether you are a solopreneur, whether you are someone who's running a nonprofit organization, it doesn't matter. It is now available to everyone. And that is super exciting. Okay. And I love that. Thank you so much. Now, the numbers don't lie. 40 to 60% of organizations that leverage AI, organizations that leverage AI experience 40 to 60% less administrative work off the top. Like and that's not even it. So it's less work, but it's more productive work, because you're going to have better metrics and things are automated and integrated automatically with Marbleism. Automated and integrated automatically. So we're going to talk about it. I'm talking more high level now to kind of hopefully get some clarity. But there's no, have you ever had to wait for stuff? Wait for something from someone when you're like, I know it ain't gonna take that long to get this. And now we're all even more with the amplification of AI in every way, right? AI customer responses really should be 0. If you think about it, the customer response rate right now should be 0. They should be able to provide 24/7 level of advice and input and responses to your customers that you, in the same way that you would. And it's not impossible because, again, with Marvelism, you have a brain. So we can basically, we talk to you, we learn as much as possible about you, and then we monitor questions that are coming in, and we make sure that your employees, because that's what they are. They're not like, they're not even agents. They're better than agents. They're AI employees, that they are there working faster and better for you. Think about all the marketing that you kind of wish you could do, but just don't have time. What if someone created marketing for you? What if they went out and sold this story for you? That's what Marvelism is all about. So it really is exciting. So if AI should amplify humanity, right, not replace it, and we know that to be true, then that is the signature of this entire show. That's why, again, I say amplifying impact and living powerfully with AI. I don't reverse it. It ain't about a tool, but I've been talking about this for a while. So I feel like it's now time, because people have said, what tool do you recommend? Like, I have people who DM me all the time. What tools do you recommend? And I'm like, you know what? There's a lot that you could leverage. But the one single one, the most human-centered AI solution on the market is Marvelism, without question. It's so easy to use. Like I said, I'm going to show you, but right now I'm talking about it. So we're going to keep moving. So how do we use it to make human beings more fully human, right? Fulfill our potential. So this is what it is, and this is what it isn't. So what Marvelism is and what AI is, we're not talking about soulless automation, right? We're talking about, or disconnected systems. We're talking about the opposite. Human-centered AI, which is designed with people at the heart of it, right? It's designed with you at the heart. There's an intentional implementation. That's kind of where I come in, right? Because you can't just throw it out there and say, oh, Lord, it's working for me now, right? It's working. No, you have to make sure you're clear on what impact you're trying to create in the universe, and then we're going to amplify that impact. Does that make sense? And then you're going to leverage the tools, these Marvelism AI employees, which are absolutely fantastic. And what I love most about this is that, again, we said that AI should remove the repetitive, for sure. It's so humans can focus on the remarkable. How many of you think you're remarkable? I know I am. I really am. I am. I think I'm extraordinary. And so I want to leverage AI so that the repetitive things, the administrative things, I don't have to do those. Right? You get to focus on being your most human self. You get to focus on delivering at a new level. And this is what's most exciting to me. So this is what becomes possible. And I love this so much. You get more time with your family. You get more creativity. You get more purpose, right? It's about being present in the moments that matter, right? It's about really being clear on what your purpose is and being able to tap into it, to be able to walk into it, to be able to leave a legacy. That's what this is about. So really, it's about what is possible and making your dreams into reality. It really is a beautiful thing. It really is. I mean, I can't even share enough. So now I can introduce Marvelism. I didn't want to just jump into a tool because it's not about the tool. And I've been talking about this for a few weeks now. I've been talking about the idea of amplifying impact. I talked last week for a couple weeks, I talked about faith, focus, and follow through, right? And I mentioned that you have to believe that you can deliver outcomes in order for those outcomes to be delivered. Does that make sense? We talked about the neuroscience of the brain and the importance of you believing that you are meant to be wildly successful. And it's possible now. So now I get to actually introduce Marvelism. Marvelism is AI employees, actual AI employees, operational support, and it's intentional implementation. So you're going to get agents that are more than automation, agents that work for you, that don't sleep, that are thinking about the instructions that you gave them, working with other agents to deliver beyond your expectations. It's extraordinary and remarkable. So if you think about your operation, whatever that operational support is, you're going to have a reliable system to reduce any stress that you have, and you're going to be able to leverage it across every area of your organization. There's not one thing that a business does where there can't be some support from an AI perspective. You think about the phones or the emails or the operations or the social media or the marketing, right? The revenue generation, like all the things related to your business, these AI employees are going to have their hands in it. Now, the thing, like I said, where a consultant like me comes in, like I said, I can offer you a 25% discount for life on Marvelism. But for me, it's all about an intentional implementation. That's more important than just buying a tool. Because how many of you have bought something and never used it? Not on my watch. No. Your success, the only way for you to be successful is for you to use it. It's like having a medication that's in a bottle and you never take the pills. And your doctor's like, why is your blood pressure still so high? And you're like, well, I did fill the prescription. Did you take the pills? Did you do the thing? Did you implement the instructions? So here are the instructions. Marvelism, I've been talking about, I've been talking about why this is important. This is what you can do. The future belongs to people who learn how to build these AI supported ecosystems around their vision. That's you, right? So I mentioned faith, focus, and follow through before, and I talked about the beauty of you believing that something's possible. So believe it now, and then you want to direct your energy intentionally, and you got to follow through to make the transformation possible. Okay, so when I talk about believing possibilities, some of the things that you've dreamed about for decades, you may have even forgotten those dreams. That's why I like to take people back to like what's possible for you. Like, what did you hope your business could be by now if you weren't running into all the administrative shenanigans that we have to do? So we got to go back to believing what's actually possible. And once you believe in what's possible, right, then we actually manifest and turn what's possible into reality. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time at all. Like I said, in a short amount of time, the breakthroughs, they're not coming, they're here. You just have to take some time to, like I said, there'll be a link here where you get Marvelism with me, for me, to support you in this process. But it's going to be about you and me directing your energy, right, to the goals, to the vision, to the things that will allow you to truly deliver value in this world. Right. So there's a distraction trap. And I'm just being honest. Like every week there's a new AI training. There's a new AI something. Right. And so when I talked about faith, focus, and follow through, you remember how I was very intentional last 2 weeks, actually? I think I wanted to come back and slow down because people are like, there's all these tools. Exactly. So faith, focus, follow through. Faith is about believing, using your being in control, right? Letting your mind elevate your reality. Remember what I said about your mind? I said life isn't what it is, it's what you believe it is. Does that make sense? So two people can have the same experience. And if I believe this thing is going to work out for my good, then guess what? It's going to work out for my good, right? So you have to believe that your dreams are possible and then direct your energy to the right thing. So what AI makes possible is that structure, the consistency, and what I love about Marvelism is it's easy to understand because it's like training an employee. It's like connecting with an employee. I talk to them like they're my buds. We're all down. They're actually coming to Seattle. I know. You're going to see some videos of them actually being here. They were here in Tacoma. They're coming back to Seattle. And so we get to literally reduce operational friction, increase revenues, save time, do all the things. So directing your energy is as much about what you do. It's as much about what you do as what you don't do. So again, it's that distraction trap that we want to stay away from. There's going to be new AI tools. I just want you to go deep on training your employees so they're working for you while you're on the beach. At least that's where I'm going to be. Who wants to join me? I'm just saying that's where I'm going. So buying AI tools is not transformation. I just want to clarify. So that's why I couldn't start with Marvelism. I've been talking about this for like a month now. I've been like, wait a minute. My work is not about the tool. This is a tool that I'm recommending, and then I'm going to show people how to use, and I'm going to be, implementing with people and offering my Amplifying Impact consultations for businesses, because it's not about the tool. That will not get you success. It's really about the transformation, being able to look at your business differently and being able to thrive. So this is the most critical point of the show. So, I'm going to keep moving though, because I'm short on time. So this is why most people stay stuck. They buy a tool, they watch some videos, they get a little bit excited, and then they never implement. Somebody says something that makes them say, well, they don't like AI, so I can't do it, the thing. Or they don't want to, whatever it is, right? But they don't actually implement. If you're working with me, you will absolutely implement, because success is the only option, because I actually implement for you and with you. I offer multiple packages, but I want to make sure you're very clear what we're doing, why we're doing it. That's why living powerfully with AI is secondary to amplifying your impact. So being clear what you're trying to accomplish, and then leveraging Marbleism and these tools to support you. So I'm going to keep moving. Okay. So this is where I stand apart, right? This is about workflows, integration, sustainable adoption, and behavioral transformation, because, I also got to know some people aren't ready mentally. And I say that in the sense of, we got people on my team that doesn't like AI. Great. I love that, because I'm also a certified transformational coach. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the why. Let's move through the process and make sure you get the results that you want. That's where I stand apart. And we can talk about that another time. But today, I just wanted to be clear. AI without implementation is just an expensive inspiration. Oh, that sounds so good, right? So there's 6 transformational outcomes that we offer for you. And time is your most valuable asset, right? So this is how AI will help you to reclaim it. I'm just going to move quickly because I want to get to the end. Increasing revenue. I mean, this is not a guess. This is how we will, sales follow-ups will be happening automatically. Marketing will be happening at scale. Lead generations. There's employees. This is what they do. This is all they do. Laser focus on this thing. And so we provide clarity to them. They're going to create a space where you are absolutely going to be successful, right? We're going to scale your business. We're going to leverage your insights, the things that you talked about in the past. It's like a one person with the AI employees, a team of AIs. So the session that they had in Tacoma was called AI CEO. So, you're the CEO of 6 different AI employees. And so the systems that they leverage are repeatable. These aren't things that you have to worry about, right? You just need to know, be clear, what goals are you trying to accomplish? And your team is going to go and get them for you. Like, that's the beauty of this. It's literally like that's just that it's about automation and infrastructure. But all you got to do is be clear on what are you trying to accomplish, which is why that's where I spend my time with you. And then I will help you implement these tools, right? That's my passion. Okay, so they operate 24/7. AI doesn't sleep. It doesn't stop, right? It doesn't have to go to sleep. It doesn't rest. It doesn't need any of that. So the result is ongoing results, ongoing activations, right? And then you get to build consistency as well. Consistent communication, a consistent brand voice, consistent visibility. You want people to see you. You want to be front of mind, top of mind, right? So you get to reclaim your freedom. I had to get here. I didn't want my time to run out, and I wasn't here. So what time am I done? Put that in the chat for me, please. I think I got 1 minute left, maybe 2. Tell me exactly what time. So reclaim your freedom, right? Financial freedom, mental freedom, creative freedom, time freedom, spiritual freedom. Y'all, come on. If I could stop right here. Now, that is huge. Now, I'm going to add a couple of documents, but I want you to see like who I am and what we're talking about. So this is who I am. So Daniel, thank you very much. Daniel, the slide that has my picture on it that says Amplifying Impact, can you bring that up, the horizontal version? Just want to bring that up real quick. So this is who I am, Amplifying Impact, Traci Harrell. There's a 25% off. If you can scan this, you can also DM me. Put my email up here real quick. It's traci@livingpowerfullyapp.com. But like literally, this is who I am. This is what I do differently. I help you to save time and do all the things that we have there, right? But it's about a high touch partnership, right? It's about implementations that actually stick. Measurable business results. And I want to help you future-proof your career, to future-proof your life, to future-proof your business. That's what AI does. So I love it. I love it. And I'm going to go to the next slide real quick. Daniel, there's another slide with my 6 AI employees on it. And it says experience the other horizontal flyer that says experience AI magic. That's beautiful too. But we're going to go to the other one. That's a combination of both things. So go to the other one. There you go. That's the one I wanted to share. So my invitation to you is to literally change the status quo. We're inviting you to experience the Marbalism magic, to meet your AI employees. So reach out to me. Here's my contact information. You get 25% off when you go to marbalism.ai and you just enter user code Dr. Traci and you'll get 25% off. So take action today. And again, reach out to me because again, it's not about you getting Marbalism, and this discount is amazing, by the way. It's the highest discount that's available. So I'm so excited to be able to offer this to you, but I'm even more excited to be able to help you truly, truly transform. Like my goal, my mission in life is to help professionals and leaders and entrepreneurs and the C-suite to literally amplify your impact, to amplify your insights, your imagination, to turn your dreams into reality, your vision into true life that you're walking in. So I just invite you to come back and join me right here next week. And again, I'm really proud to be able to show up for free right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. This is community radio. This is also a part where my heart is. So if you can, again, support community broadcasts just like this and help, make more of these possible, not just for me, but they have a whole lineup, right? Just donate on Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio, or you can donate online at rainieravenueradio.world/donate. And we thank you for making community broadcasting possible. And I'm so proud to be a part of this community. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that my second favorite show, because my show is my favorite show, but my second favorite show on Rainier Avenue Radio, Lidline Sports, I think they're next. Oh, yay, the fastest hour in sports, hosted by Pepe, Otis, and Michael Carter. Stay tuned for Lidline Sports, and please join me right here next week. We're going to go even deeper on Marbalism next week, but not just Marbalism. I promise you, this is about what is possible for your life. Stay with us and more to come. Thanks.